It's really, really hot. Summer has finally decided to arrive. Wow, look at this, mate. Perfect. My meal deal choice got a lot of hate. It was fine up until the sandwich. But look, this is what I've said. If you don't like mayonnaise, but my first carp of the secret lake is in my net. Come on. Well, I've got a super smug look on my face. I feel like Jeremy Clarkson because I'm now part of the 30s club. I'm not trying to say that Jeremy Clarkson's part of the 30s club. I don't know if he's ever been fishing or ever caught a 30, but that sort of smugness has come over me. Come on. Oh, last week's video, if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry I've just spoiled it for you, but I caught my first 30. So go and check out last week's video if you haven't seen it. Oh, I know this lake is going to wipe this smug look off my face because I always struggle here, but we're at the secret lake and I'm doing a 24-hour on here. We're going to try and catch a carp or two. It's looking very, very weedy and lily paddy and carpy, so I'm super excited for that. We've got an island swim. Come on, the carp. Oh, I'm bloody knackered. It's really, really hot. Summer has finally decided to arrive and it's made everything grow, and now the pads and the weed is quite thick. You get my breath back. I've just got my stuff out the car. I've done a quick walk around the lake, just sort of seeing if I can scout out any signs of fish. I felt like with the weather being as warm as it is, they'd be up in the water, but I haven't actually seen any fish at all, which is interesting. But I'm on the swim where I lost that carp. If you haven't seen me before or my videos before, my name's Aaron. I upload videos every Saturday at 6 PM, and this lake has always haunted me because I've fished it 6 or 7 times. I've had one tench, and the one carp run that I did get, I know it was a carp, yeah, it took me straight into a snag and I lost it. We've also got a wager on 2 fish in here, me and my cousin. The big common is £100 and the big fully is £50. But we did say that we both need to be present when they're caught, and I'm on my own. So anyway, I did meet a few people, like I say, walking around. So big shout out to, I think it was Dave, and I think there was someone else as well. So yeah, big shout out to those guys. It's time to get set up. It's time to get fishing. I'm glad I'm in the shade. Let's see if we can have something on this 24, because I've got unfinished business with this place. So here's my swim. If you guys haven't seen the video that I lost from this swim, I hooked it over there, and when I got to the rods, because it was a nighttime bite, I was asleep in the bivvy. By the time I got to the rod, it done me in a snag under here. So I think the plan is to fish over there again and this time nail it. But I did have a rod in here. Well, that's not going to be possible this time. There's also quite a bit of weed and some pads growing over there. So the approach I'm going with today is 2 solid bags. I've got a OG fish wafter in one, and I've got a fruit and nut, OG fruit and nut in the other. It is a mixture of mini mix, but there's also some of the bigger pellets in there as well. I don't know if you guys have seen me doing this recently, but I just think that when you're fishing venues that do have smaller fish in as well as bigger fish, it's important to have some bigger bits of bait in there, so some bigger pellets in there, but also the mini mix as well to fill up the gaps. I must admit I haven't got any I haven't got any magic dust in with those bags. I should probably put some in, and I will do next time I tie some bags. But yeah, that's what I'm going with. But I've got the corresponding flat spot. I'm going to put the OG fish with the OG fish, wafter and a fruit and nut with a fruit and nut wafter. I'm also going to give these a whirl as well, so I'm going to quickly get these out. They're not the best bags, I must admit. I'm going to get these out, give them a couple of hours, and I'm going to tie up some more bags, some proper bags that look a lot better than that, and I'm probably going to give it a go with one of these bad boys. Now, I just quickly wanted to say as well, I did mention my cousin and the fact that we put a wager on 2 fish in this lake. We also did something else, and it needs to go on my hat. Now, I'm going to show you, and Jordan, if you're watching this, I wonder if you remember, but finally, I've only gone and done it. I've got my badge. So we said that if ever we catch a 30, we're going to give ourselves a badge. This is our 30 badge, so that's a common. Obviously, I've not caught a £30 common, so that one can wait. But in the last video, I caught my first £30 mirror, so that has been earned, and it's going to go on my hat. Look, George. Whee! And there we have it. The £30 mirror badge has been added to the hat. I might adjust it, actually. Might put it down a little bit. But there we go. We've got the £30 mirror. We need the £30 common to go next to it. I need to get one for like a ghost carp, don't I? Or like a koi carp. But yeah, I did not expect to catch. Oh, there's a reed knocking right where my solid bag is. Though I must admit, my cast on my solid bag to my left-hand rod was probably a lot more in the reeds than I wanted it to be. But we're going to leave it there for a bit. Like I say, I'm going to change that one in a couple of hours anyway. So I'll leave it out for a couple of hours. See what happens. I know the fish do hold up in those snaggy areas in the reeds, so hopefully it's presented okay. The right one is spot on. But yeah, there we go. Like I was saying, to catch my first 30, I mean, I'm sorry to go on about it, but it is a big moment for me. I've not been carp fishing long, and I've been very fortunate and lucky to be able to fish with some very experienced anglers, some people that really know what they're doing and have taught me a lot. And in my short time carp fishing, I've been able to fish incredible venues. I've made the effort to go to these places that do hold these big fish, and finally my rewards have paid off. So super happy with that. I won't go on about it anymore, but I am in the 30 club. sorry. I'm just buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. It's finally sunk in, and obviously the badge is on there. Come on. And just to make matters a little more difficult, I've been told that it's fishing really hard at the moment. So as if I don't struggle here enough as it is, it's fishing even harder than it normally is. I'm going to have to do the fishy crab dance in a minute. Wait, that's the fish, that's the crab. If you don't know, go and watch Aquatic College. Because it seems to work. Whenever they do it, it works. Well, I need Bri and Chad with me right now to be doing that right now. I have got Billy, but Billy does find it hard to work on this lake. Well, I must admit, I was quite happy when I chucked the lead out. I chucked the lead out before I put the solid bags out, and I was quite happy with where I was fishing. I wasn't getting a donk. I can't really feel a donk. I'm still getting used to that, but when I was dragging the lead back, it was coming back very clean, and it almost feels weird to say this, but it did feel like gravel, which is strange because it's always been silty here, unless I've just found a couple of gravel patches where people have fished before, which is a very positive sign. But it looks like there's small movements of fish. The reeds are knocking over there, little swirls coming up over there, and I feel like there's some fish in this area. It is quite a shallow part of the lake. The lake. Oh my god, that was definitely the wrong thing to say. A wake is when somebody dies and they have a party. No, it's like you know what I mean. Why do I have to explain this? I don't. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, this is a shallow part of the lake. It's only about 3 to 4 foot deep in this particular area, which with the sun coming down and it being so warm might be a good thing because the fish might come into the shallows. Who knows? I've just got the tripod ready because I just had a couple of clicks from that reel The line pulled off, the bobbin pulled up, and there was a single beep on that right hand rod. It's not led to anything. It could be a small fish or a liner. And I am making some more solid bags. I'm using these. I have used these, and I do use these, but I don't know a lot about this. I found them in the bottom of my bag. I've had them for ages, so I thought I'd use them up, but yeah, I don't know much about them. But there they are. They've got some magic dust in them now. I've got a white, I don't know if you can see there, I've got a white magic bean in that one, and a bit of yellow fake corn in that one, and obviously a pink one. Right, well, I've just thrown out some of these boilies. Now, this is the Parker Bait Shelf Life 18mm. These are chops. I've basically just cut them in half. And yeah, it's a mixture of the OG fish and the OG fruit and nut shelf life. Straight boilies, just chopped. I've got some whole ones here. I've just thrown 6 or 7 of each flavour in over the right hand spot. But guys, if you do want to get yourself some of the Parker baits, use code southcoastangler for 10% off your first order. I have got my spod rod with me, but I don't really want to crash it out, which is why I've just thrown some over there. But I might, before I go to bed, glaze some of them chops with the flat spot. And I might get the spot out and just put a couple of spots over each spot. There is some reeds knocking over there. I've just had my first carp from the secret lake. Come on. Yes. Oh, it all happened so quick, and I had to get onto the rod quick, so I didn't have time to set the camera up to show you me playing the fish. But oh my god, I've got my first fish, my first carp. Sorry, not my first fish, but my first carp of the secret lake is in my net. Come on. Well, Billy's done his job, and it came from the left hand rod, which was on the OG fish wafter towards those reeds over there. But yeah, oh, it kicked off. It tried going into the reeds further. I kept the pressure on it, pulled it out. It tried finding that snag that I got done by before over there. Then it went into the pads, and then it found some weed under here. You can tell by the net that I've scooped it up, and it's a mirror carp. Come on. Well, it's not a big fish at all, but it's an absolute beauty. Let me hold her up for you guys. Look at that for a fish. I don't mind that it's not that big. I'm not going to weigh it, but yeah, probably about 5-6 pound. Beautiful. I'll show you the other side. Look at the colours on it. Fantastic start. Come on, the OG fish. Come on, the Parker baits. Bosh. Right, well, let's get her back. Just like that, there she goes. Happy days. Well, you have got to be so quick on those fish, because they will do you. That was, like I say, that was probably 5-6 pound. It might have been 6-7. Somewhere between the 5 and 7 pound mark, but that took me into the reeds, into the pads, into the weeds. Yeah. And I was on it quickly, so I dread to think what's going to happen when I'm asleep at night. Well, we know what happens when I'm asleep at night. The advice I was given was to hold the rod high and just hold the fish there and hope he swims through. But it doesn't look like he's doing that. And I feel like if I give it any more, it's going to snap. So the thing is, the fish is still there. Look, I'm still connected with the fish. Look, he's still there. He's digging in. He's trying to get in. Oh, George, look, he's coming out. Do you see it swell? Yeah. So now, I don't know what... Oh! Is he through? Or has he done me? something's going to have to give it. I'm going to have to try and... I don't know if he's just got off, to be honest. I feel like I'm not connected with him anymore. Or am I? I will tighten the clutch up. I can't fish fully locked up because I've got the rods on the pod. And I don't want everything to go in. So, yeah, I will tighten that clutch up. But I was going to put on a magic beam. But how can you change your winning tactic? The OG fish wafter was obviously what caught the fish. I've got to get another one of them back on. And there's the rig that done the do. The proof in the pudding. But annoyingly, I didn't actually tie up. I tied up all the other bags, but I didn't tie up one with an OG fish wafter in it. Now, I could have dried this off and done another OG fish wafter, but I'm going with this, which is the white magic bean. Now, I'm going to see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, I'm going to tie this one up again. I'll put a fresh OG fish wafter on that, and if I don't get a sniff on it, I'll change back over to the OG fish wafter because I know it works. Silly me, really. I mean, I should be chucking out another OG fish wafter, but yeah, we'll whip this one back up, and I'll give this one a whirl. To be fair, I wasn't expecting that rod to go off. I thought it was too far into the reeds, but just goes to show you inside a solid bag, it doesn't matter if you land in the reeds or on the reeds, your bait will still be, to a degree, presented in somewhat kind of okay way. Even if it was laying on the reeds, obviously the fish has sucked the bait in and the hooks come. It's not an ideal situation. I need to be a bit shorter of those reeds, really. I'll make this cast a little bit shorter. But it's funny, because just as I picked up that rod, a big fish, well, not big, but a carp swirled. Oh, I couldn't tell if it was that big or not. But as I picked up this rod, a carp must have been down there, and it swirled and swam off. Well, for anyone that didn't like my meal deal choice a couple of videos ago, I've got news for you. I've got 2 new meal deals. I say new meal deals. I've bought 2 meal deals with me on this session. One to have before I go to bed and one when I wake up. So, yeah, I mean, it got a lot of hate. Let's be honest, my meal deal choice got a lot of hate. It was fine up until the sandwich. But look, this is what I've said. If you don't like mayonnaise, like if you actually just don't like mayonnaise, and don't just say, grow up and eat it. You don't like it, right? I don't like mayonnaise. So what other options have I got? In fact, I must admit, there were a couple of people that did say just ham is good. So, I mean, it's literally a ham sandwich. There's nothing wrong with it. Yes, it's plain, but there's nothing wrong with it. And look, no mayonnaise. Yeah, I would like to say though, Tesco, if you are watching this, which you're obviously not, but if anyone linked with Tesco that is in the higher powers can do anything about it, please stop. Like, I would love to have like the chicken sandwiches and stuff like that. They do like all day breakfast and stuff. Just stop putting weird jizz in it. Just have like normal, and then people can add their own sauce to it, right? In fact, that you could even make money on that, because you could sell all your sandwiches plain, and then like you could pay an extra 25p to add a sachet of sauce. Come on. Either way, I am just ham. Like it or lump it. It's going to fill a hole in my belly. Right, well, I've just had a bit of a nightmare, really. I mean, I want my channel to be as real as possible, and obviously keep you guys updated when I do things bad, as well as when I do things good. Well, I sent 3 spots out on both spots. The left-hand one, the casting wasn't spot on. The right-hand one, the casting was spot on, until I cast my rig out. Now, tied up a bag with an OG fish waffler in it, and I've sent it out, and it went straight into the tree. I'll put it on screen now so you can see it. I don't know. I got it wrong. I got it completely wrong. Well, we're all only human. We all make mistakes. So I've got the left-hand one out back to where it was before, towards those reeds, and then the right one, obviously, I'm trying to fish in this gap right here. But obviously, it got caught in the tree. I pulled it out, and it's landed about here. So it's probably about, well, it's probably 4 or 5 rod lengths short of where it needs to be. Doesn't look that far because of the angle that I'm sat at, but it is quite far. But like I say, we'll leave it there. You never know. There's a small parcel. That's the beauty of solid bags as well. Is that even though I've messed up the cast, I still know I've got a small parcel of bait around my hook bait. So yeah, it's not exactly where I need it to be or where I want it to be, but it could still easily do a fish because I've got a ball of bait around my ground bait. So, sorry, around my hook bait. The reeds are knocking on the left-hand rod. Go on. Now, I did say that I was going to get a GoPro so that I could wear it on my chest, so that if ever I catch a fish, I can just film myself playing the fish, because often well, pretty much never you guys see me playing the fish, because obviously I'm sat here, the rod goes off, and I can't be like to the fish, oh, just hang on a minute there, buddy, just got to set the camera up. So obviously I've got to deal with the fish straight away. I need to get on it, so I get on it, and then I net it, and I'm like, well, I haven't filmed any of it. And then I just get the camera out and I go, look guys, I got one in the net. So if I had a chest mount with a GoPro on it, I could just quickly press it on, hit shoot, and then I've got video footage from a POV style of me playing the fish as well, which would be really cool. But to be able to afford one of the new GoPros, because the prices of them are an absolute joke, I need you guys to go down, leave a like and subscribe and watch the adverts. Right, well, a bit of a update then, guys. I know it's gone from one extreme to the other. It's pitch black now. But yeah, it's about 10 o'clock at night, and since I've had that fish, I've had absolutely nothing. No liners, no sniffs, no single beeps, nothing. Just had a good old chat with Matt. He caught a common. I think he lost one as well. He just did a few hours up here. To be fair, he was on the other side of the lake, but yeah, nice guy, watches the video, so thank you very much. We've saved a blank, but there are some named fish in here that I would like. The big fully, obviously, is the £50 wager. The joker is the £100 wager, which I don't want to catch them because Jordan's not here, so if I catch them, I won't be getting the money. But there's another one in here called Cheeks, which is about £25, so I wouldn't mind Cheeks. But yeah, I don't know. It's very dark now, and yeah, we're well into the night, and I'm waffling, so hopefully the next clip is going to be me with a fish. If not, then I guess it'll be daytime again, it'll be lighter, and hopefully we'll be able to nick one before we leave. But at least we've had one, which is a massive, let's just be honest, I've fished here 7 or 8 times. Maybe not that much. 5 or 6 times. Not had anything. And then I catch one after a couple of hours of being here. Yeah, very happy with that. Good morning. A very, very uneventful night last night, which wasn't a bad thing. I got a lovely sleep. Yeah, the rain came in as well. It wasn't too bad. Top of the bivvy, a few leaves, bit of rain, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, to be fair, with the way that the right-hand rod was cast out, nowhere near where it should have been, I wasn't too confident in that rod anyway, but I was happy to leave it, because like I say, with that solid bag, you know you've got a bait presented with some loose offerings around it. The left-hand rod I thought might have gone, didn't. But anyway, yeah, I've just literally redone them right now. They're both out perfect. I'm happy with them both. So yeah, the traps are set, and hopefully we can go and nick one today. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna just try and chill out as much as I can today before night. And then, yeah, be nice, wouldn't it, if we go and catch one of the big ones. Any South Coast Angler video would not be complete without me losing a fish, and that's exactly what just happened. I don't think it was very big, so I'm not too disappointed about it, but I was laying on the bed chair, just sort of like in my own little world, sort of drifting off and sort of dozing about, you know what I mean? And the right hand rod over towards the trees. It wasn't like it was very like it was a very sort of like tench kind of bite. It might have been a small carp, but yeah, it wasn't really like running. It was just sort of going like, do you know what I mean? So the time I got to the rod, lifted up, there was nothing there, and I got it back, and there was a load of weed on the line, so obviously the fish has dragged it across into the weed. But like I say, not too disheartened about that one. It would have been nice to have caught another one, but I don't think it was anything to lose sleep about. Well, quick update, guys. I'm tempted to get some spoms out, but having said that, I've just seen those reeds knocking over there, not far from where my bait is. I still feel like there's one more fish in here for me. And I don't really just want to sort of sit here and hope it happens. I want to try and make it happen. So I think I'm going to leave the left-hand one for the minute because I'm seeing the reeds knocking over there. I think there might be a fish in there feeding around the reeds, and I don't want to disturb that. But the right-hand one, I'm going to put 3 more spots back over the top of it. I'll tie up another solid bag, OG fish, because I know that's what's caught me the fish before, and I'm going to chuck it back out to where it is. But yeah, let's try and make something happen. Left-hand rod, like I said, I'm just going to leave it for a bit because I'm feeling good about that one. This just sums up English weather. We're in the middle of summer right now. The sun was literally out and it was raining at the same time. The sun's just gone in. But look, we're in the middle of summer. What's going on? Well, I can hear Dave spodding away over there. He's had a fish this morning. Didn't see how big it was or anything like that, but I have put 2 spoms right on those reeds. You see the first reed in the middle that sticks out? I'll zoom in, hang on. So there's a reed, I don't think you can see it, but there's a reed right here that sticks out. It's because of the reflection, you can't quite see it, but yeah, it's right on the edge, so I'm happy with that. So I'm going to leave the rods now. There's not much more I can do. I've baited over the spots. The rigs are out. I'm happy with them both. Let's hope we can nail another one. It is about 1 PM now, and it is nearly time to start packing away. There is definitely fish over there because the reeds are knocking. Every now and then you just see them twitching. But yeah, it's flat calm. I mean, I've had lovely conditions for it, really. Minus a little bit of rain, but like I say, I'm going to start packing away now. Getting all my bits together. And like I say, I'm just hoping I can just nick one more. It would be nice before I go, but it's looking less and less likely. I've put those spoms out. We've not had any reaction to that. Well, I've got my camera out quick. I don't know if you can see the ripples on the water. Carp just came out, just showed itself right over my left-hand rod. I'm not even joking. It is right there. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. It was a mirror carp. Couldn't really tell the size of it. But it didn't jump, it didn't crash, its head come up. And it just sort of come up and just went back down again. Oh. That's frustrating, so frustrating. Because I know the carp's there. I know there's a fish right there. And I know my bait is right there as well. You just have to wait and hope that he grabs it. Come on. Well, I just wiped the bivvy off, got everything out of it, started to pack away, and the heavens have opened. So now the bivvy's going to get wet again. Brilliant. We were all set for a dry pack down, and now look. Oh, my bed chair's over there. Oh, I'm going to have to get it in the bivvy. God's sake. This lake hates me. Really hates me. Just lost another fish. Oh. And the annoying thing is, it was a left-hand rod where I saw the carp move over the spot. I don't understand. It picked the bait up. It was running. The alarm was going. Doo, 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 doo. I've picked up the rod and there's nothing there. And just as I'm reeling in, I see a swell under the tree. And I'm like, how is it ejecting the hook? What's wrong with the rig? Because they work everywhere else. Why are they not working here? What's different? It's this lake, mate. This lake has got a vendetta against me. The fish know who I am. They don't want me to catch them. Oh. The secret lake is really, really... We all have those lakes, don't we, that we just don't get on well with. And this is the one for me. And it's annoying because I like it here. And I know there's some bangers in here. But for whatever reason, it just doesn't work for me at this lake. I've lost 2 now this session. Admittedly, the first one I don't think was amazing, but that second one, I don't know if it was massive. I don't know. The run was all right, but hard to tell. I waited hours for that bite. I've reeled that rod in now and taken the bite alarm off. I'm just going to leave that one out for a little bit longer. Then I'm going to pack it away. But if this is not one of the most realist YouTube channels, fishing YouTube channels you've ever seen in your life, I don't know what is. We've gone from last week having our best ever session, catching our first 30, backing it up with a high 20, to coming here, managing to scrape a blank saver, casting out into a tree, losing rigs, losing fish. It's the reality. It's a roller coaster ride in this journey. We have ups, we have downs, and not every video can be a great one where we're hauling massive fish. Sometimes we're just being real, and you know, we all cast into trees, we all lose fish, and I'm going to keep it real with you. But I think that's going to be the end of this video, guys, so thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Remember, guys, please leave a like. I am going to do a lot of giveaways in the next few videos. Okay, so we're going to give away a lot of bait. What I want you guys to do is leave a like and make sure you subscribe, because if you're not subscribed, you won't win the giveaways. And there's a lot of people that watch these videos that aren't subscribed. So if you do enjoy these videos and you do want to see some more fishing content, real fishing content, then hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next Saturday at 6. Thanks for watching. Bish, bash, bosh. Just as I'm leaving as well, look at this, mate. Perfect. Just what I want when I'm packing away. Oh, this lake, man, this lake. Everything's soaked now. Come on.